Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Deadshots. And as you can see, we have kinda zero updates to the team since the last video. I've been gone. I've missed so much MLB The Show content. That Friday content drop contained the Brenton Doyle, Tyler Fitzgerald, and Dylan Cease season awards drop, as well as Team Affinity Season 2 Chapter 3 with the action figure cards, as well as a collection for that with that Stanton. There's so much that I've missed, and I'm so excited to hop right back into this game. Today is going to be kind of a content overview, kind of just to get myself refreshed on what's been going on in Diamond Dynasty. SDS has outdone themselves. I mean, you let the card art team do their thing. This card art's insane. If you let them do their thing, this is what you get. Like, that's so creative. I love the retro logos for each player. I'm super excited to get right into it. Let's review it. All right, boys, let's get right into it. Other programs, Season 2 Awards Drop 8. I just realized I haven't done resign. Never mind. Don't mind that. Dylan Cease is the header for Season 2 Awards Drop 8. Let's get right into it. I did do a little moments. I got on the game about half an hour ago. I started some moments on this in Team Affinity. So I'm only going to go to the big names. So let's drop right into Randy Arozarena. This is a traded Topps Now card. That is exactly what you want to see from SDS. I was just talking about the card art. This card art isn't even that creative. It's just super in tune with the MLB, and I think this is really awesome. This is a really awesome card. Randy's gonna have max stats versus lefties with the 103 clutch. 94 is a bit low on the contact, but I think this is still a home run in my opinion. I love this card art, and you will see the Jazz one soon, but this is really good. Doesn't fit any boost other than Devers I see, but not many people are using that boost anyway. So if you like Randy, if you're a Mariners fan, if you're using a Mariners speed team, if you just like Randy, use him. This is a really cool card. I really appreciate MLB The Show for that. Now this is going to be a card that's going to be on the team. I'm a Giants fan. He has to be on the team. He's going to have 99 speed, so he'll be good at all positions because he's that Swiss Army knife. He's going to have 110 contact versus right with the 125 power versus right with a lower stats versus lefties, but that's okay because he's going to be boosted by Corbin Carroll. 109 contact versus left with the 101 power versus left. 120 clutch is something I love to see on the card. This is insane. This is exactly what Tyler Fitzgerald deserves for the month he's been having. Whatever. Dylan Cease. Okay. He'll be good if he has Outlier. Drumroll, please. Oh! No Outlier. He's going to be okay. I think he had a cutter on his live series, if I remember. So he's kind of even worse than his live series pitch mix-wise. I mean, I think his card art and the aura behind the card itself does give you enough to actually use him maybe once or twice. I don't think he'll be that good. I'm probably not going to be using him. Really excited to use this Tyler Fitzgerald. We are going to take a look at the pack. Let's see. Let's see in the shop. Oh, millionaire. Hold on. Can I be a millionaire? Okay. I really like this Michael King. This is probably one of the best pitchers in the game. 99 with the max pitch and clutch. Great hit per 9. Absolutely stacked mix. I don't really like the slurve slider as the 4th and 5th pitch, but you know, it's alright. I still think this is going to be really good. He's going to be expensive though. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, not that expensive. This card is going to be a little more expensive. Xavier Edwards, he hit for the cycle on that one day. He's juiced. He's not going to get much from the Corbin Carroll boost other than, I think, reaction and something else, but I think it's still pretty good. I think he's just a bit more expensive. This is what we're going to look at. Another traded card art. Jazz Chisholm Jr., who's been going crazy for the Yankees. I'm kind of sad that they dropped this card. I know I just said I love that they're dropping traded cards, but I'm kind of sad they dropped this card because he's shown so much power versus left in those first few games with the Yankees that 78 doesn't do enough for him. So, honestly, still really good card. He's going to fit the Carroll boost. He's going to get more contact. Definitely try him out if using the Carroll boost. And if not, it doesn't really matter because he got 125 clutch. That's super good. He's going to play a bunch of positions. He's going to be a gold defender in center with silver around. Parallel 4, he'll get to gold everywhere. But, I mean, I just love the direction they're taking cards. I know it's in a pack, but it's a step forward, and I really appreciate that. Josh Bell is also a pretty good card to get. He'll fit the Devers boost, but not much after that. It's a Josh Bell card. We all know how good Josh Bell cards can be. And this River Ryan is actually not bad. He has a sinker as the 5th pitch. He's got great pitching clutch, and that regular kind of mix with the sinker at the end, I think he'll be pretty good. So that's it for the pack content in regards to Season 2 awards. Let's actually take a look at my favorite card in the drop other than Tyler Fitzgerald, which is this collection for the Lightning, Brenton Doyle. This card is stacked. So stacked. For his base stats, he's going to have 109 contact versus right with the 120 power versus right, 116 contact versus left with the 113 power versus left. He's got max clutch with the 99 speed. Put him in right or center field, and he's going to be a demon out there. I'm super excited to use that card. Moving into some more single player drops. For this update, they dropped the Shark Conquest map. Looks like a hammerhead shark. Doesn't really matter. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other teams you have to conquer on this map in order to get a bunch of free packs. Along with the hidden rewards, we got the goal-related rewards. 2024 Home Run Derby Choice Pack. You're going to be able to get Bobby Witt and Teo Hernandez. Those cards will drop in price for your collection towards Aaron Judge. Then you get a Guaranteed Headliners Pack. Then you get some banners, icons. 2024 All-Star Game Choice Pack. Jarren Duran, Soto, maybe you have a chance of getting them, but also just more collection fodder. Really good. Season 2 Vault Choice Pack. Kind of trash odds nowadays, but still free. Love it. This is really going to help you out with stubs and just general diamonds for collections. Really, really enjoy that. Going to be excited to use that to grind Team Affinity. Speaking of Team Affinity, let's jump right into the divisions. Again, I've done a few moments and extreme moments for the AL East, so there's the progress there, but I haven't done really much else. Let's take a look. I think AL East is my favorite division based on just eye level. Bernie Williams is going to be my pick. I absolutely love this card. Great fielding. Doesn't have enough speed to beat Corbin Carroll, which kind of stinks. He's still really good without a boost. Carlos Delgado is going to be my second pick. I really messed with this card. High contact, 125 versus right-handers with the 125 clutch. Decent versus lefties. He's got a beautiful swing, and that bat flip is juicy. Again, I think he is number 2 because he can play catcher. Number 3 will be David Ortiz. This card's going to rake. He always plays above his attributes, even with lower contact versus lefties. He's got 120 contact and power versus righties with the 101 contact versus left and the 110 power versus left. Again, this card's going to rake. No matter the defense, it don't matter. You can use him. It doesn't matter. I think my next pick would be Carlos Pena. I think it is a toss-up between Cal Ripken and Carlos Pena, but because Carlos Pena does play first base, that is a position that is kind of lacking other than Babe Ruth, in my opinion. I do think Ortiz is better than Carlos Pena, but Carlos Pena does have a sweet swing, and he's got insane power. He's got a little lower clutch than Poppy, but, I mean, it's Carlos Pena. He'll always play above his attributes. I do think I would take him over Cal Ripken, just because I think Cal Ripken's a bit slow to play shortstop. Does decrease his range no matter his fielding. But, again, this is one of the best Cal Ripken cards we've ever gotten. Really high contact and pretty good power both sides with a good clutch. Really excited to use all 5 of these cards. So let's get into the next few divisions. Going on to the NL East. Let's take a look at the boss pack. We got Greg Maddux, Mike Lowell, Tom Seaver, John Kruk, and Tim Raines. Okay, I think the clear number 1 choice is Greg Maddux. He is always going to play above those attributes because he is a dot king. That low velo plus the insane walk per 9 with the control of the pitches with the good pitch mix actually makes him absolutely insane. He's always really good every year. I think this card is going to be really hard to hit, hard to score at balls too, and he's going to dodge you. I think that's going to be my number 1 pick. I think my next pick is probably Tim Raines. I have a soft spot for Tim Raines. He fits the Corbin Carroll boost, and he's just going to be a little dinker-donker. He's got decent clutch, pretty good clutch, and good fielding with the 99 speed. You can put him anywhere in the outfield. He'll be fine regardless of his shield, and he's a switch hitter. So that's probably going to be my next pick. I think I'd probably go Tom Seaver next. He's got a decent pitch mix. I don't like the 12-6 curve, but I think the sinker as the 3rd pitch makes up for it, along with the decent hit per 9 and the decent pitching clutch at above 100 with the really good stamina. He'll be able to go into at least the 9th inning if you don't give up a crap ton of runs with him. He's going to be pretty good. I think Mike Lowell and John Kruk, it's a toss-up. I do think John Kruk is better on Legend and Hall of Fame, but I never really liked his swing on that lower overall card for the Phillies. I don't know. I think it is a toss up. I think with John Crook's higher clutch, you are going to be able to do a little bit better with him on higher difficulties, but yet again, you might get a little more lineouts compared to Mike Lowell. So I do think as well this is a toss up. So you do you. This NL East division is pretty decent. Now, as you go into the AL Central, again, we're seeing a lot of the same cards we've seen, same legends at least, but I really don't think it matters because the attributes are so good for all these cards. I think my first pick is probably going to be Tony Clark. I know I've been talking about contact and clutch like it's king in MLB show, and it is, trust me, but also swing is clutch. He's tall, but he's a switch hitter with a beautiful swing. He had that 87 overall card in season 1. That was absolutely insane for BR. Loved that card. This one is gonna rake. I doesn't matter what the attributes are. That's gonna be my number one pick. I think the next one is probably going to be Johnny Damon and or Tony Oliva. I think that's how I say it. I think probably Tony Oliva is probably my number 2 pick. He's got 125 contact versus right with the 107 power, 108 contact versus left with the 82 power versus left with the max clutch. Decent fielding in right. Probably only be able to stick him in right or left. Don't try him in center field with a 76 speed. Not too elite enough to have decent enough range. I honestly just like Tony Oliva's swing. I've used lower versions of his card before. This division's pretty mid, because not mid meaning bad. I think mid meaning they're all like on the same level of usability, or of is that even a word? Usability. I think Johnny Damon goes next because Johnny Damon has a pretty good swing in this game. He's got pretty good speed in center field. He'll be good out there in center field. He's got the lower reaction and the lower fielding, but he's got the max clutch and the max contact. I think that puts him third, a bit over Minnie Minoso and Larry Doby. But regardless, I don't think you can go wrong with either of them. I think Larry Doby is probably 5th and Minnie Minoso is probably 4th out of this pack, just because Larry Doby has 65 speed in center field. You really don't want a guy at 65 speed out there. I think Minnie Minoso does have better attributes with the contact. So yeah, so there's the AL Central. Going on down to the NL Central, we have these 5 cards of Ryan Sandberg, Johnny Bench, Ryan Braun, Ralph Kiner, and Orlando Cepeda. This is probably one of the worst divisions in my opinion. I do think name-wise you do choose Ryan Braun. He's got the max power, max contact versus left side. He's got the 115 clutch with the 112 contact versus right, 93 power versus right, with the mid-80s defense and speed all around. I think he's good enough to play the outfield, but I would honestly suggest putting him in third base. I don't really see a reason to use any of these cards, but he's going to be our number 1 pick. I'd probably go Orlando Cepeda or Ralph Kiner. The power and the hitting attributes for both these cards is unmatched. I don't really mess with Ralph Kiner's swing. I think it's a bit too stagnant, and there's too much of a hitch in his load, but I think he's good enough to play on lower difficulties. Orlando Cepeda is also pretty good, except the fielding. The first base is a pretty stacked position with this team affinity drop, but I do think you can put him at third base or DH, and he'll be just fine. I haven't been looking at boosts too much because honestly, none of these guys really do fit that many good boosts like Corbin Carroll, and I haven't looked at these new captain cards enough to identify a clear-cut boost with these guys, with those new captain cards like the Cedric Mullins, the Justin Verlander, and whatever. I think I would go Ryan Braun, then Ralph Kiner, then Cepeda. Then I'd probably go Johnny Bench. You do need catch in this game. His positional advantage is pretty good. I wouldn't put him in the outfield ever because he has 48 speed and 81 reaction, which would lower with the secondary position. I do think he would be fine at first and third, though. It's Johnny Bench. If you're a Reds fan, go ahead. Ryan Sandberg is going to be my last pick. I've never liked Ryan Sandberg cards. I think he has a horrible swing, and I think he never plays to his attributes, so I'm going to pick him last. Again, these cards are all going to be above 100. They are 99, so it's still usable, trust me. That's the NL Central. I think that's probably the weakest division in my opinion. Moving over to the AL West, we have Roy Oswalt, Torrey Hunter, Raleigh Fingers, Raul Ibanez, and Michael Young. Number 1, it should be Raleigh Fingers. There are absolutely no relievers in this game. They should have brought more in this drop. That's what I'm kind of sad about. That last chapter of Season 2 in Team Affinity, they dropped a bunch of all-star pitchers, and that was really good for the game, but they did not drop any relievers, so I was hoping they were going to do so in this update. But Raleigh Fingers is the only guy you can put in your lineup reliever-wise after this drop. It's really sad. This card's insane, though. Sinker, slider, forkball. The forkball is disgusting. The sinker is disgusting. He's got the gross delivery with a 119 hit per nine, the 122 K per nine. Not gonna get that many foul balls with the 119 pitch clutch. He's really good. He's got the 100 BB9, so he's not going to be wild. This is a really good card. This is exactly what we needed. We need just a bit more of these, though. I think after that, I'd probably go maybe between. Honestly, the only reason I'm hesitant to say Royalswell is because he has low hit per nine and he's always been hittable. The 80 home run per nine, he's not going to be good in a field like Shield Woods or Capitol Lane or honestly even Laughing Mountain with those deeper fences. He's always hittable in every game. That 12-6 is never a good pitch. It looks like the changeup, but just 10 miles an hour slower, so you can just track it all the way into the zone. I never liked using him. I've always loved facing him. So I think that is leaving him to be number 2 or number 3 behind Raul Ibanez. I think Raul Ibanez is one of the sweetest swingers in the game. He's gonna be mostly a platoon bat, but I do think that still puts him over Roy Oswalt. I think number 4 is gonna be Torrey Hunter. I've never liked Torrey Hunter cards. He's always had good fielding and great hitting versus lefties, but the hitting versus righties and his swing has always felt a little blocky, and it's really hard to turn on balls with Toy Hunter. And he's all right though. 114 clutch is definitely usable. Last one's probably gonna be Michael Young. Everyone overrates all of his cards. I never like his cards. Again, he's got great hitting clutch and great contact versus both sides, but I think his speed makes his range a little less, and he's only 6'1", so he's not that tall to get those diving super dive plays. And he only has 85 fielding. So, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Michael Young cards or this card. Finally, moving on to the NL West. Let's go ahead and take a look. Steve Finley is honestly going to probably be my number 2 pick behind Trevor Hoffman. He's got good pitching class. He's got a good hit per nine with the 118 hit per nine. And he's got a decent mix with the cutter and the slow circle change. I like this Hoffman card because really he's better than all the other cards before dropped. Not because he's necessarily great. But he's still going to be a number 1 pick. I'm going to pick Steve Finley next. I've always had a soft spot for Steve Finley. I wish he could fit the Corbin Carroll boost because this card would be insane. I love his swing. He just hits nukes with whatever attributes he has. This is a really good card. Definitely try him out, especially on lower difficulties. Honestly, it's probably going to be Rich Arulia. I'm a Giants fan. Gotta choose him. He's going to be great on the Giants team. But I've never used one of his cards, so not much to say there. I think it's going to be Rich. Then it's going to be Duke Schneider because Duke Schneider always has a decent swing. He's got the lefty power bat. Pretty good off the bench, probably only a bench bat. And Matt Holliday, honestly, he's got good contact, but I wouldn't put him in left. I don't know. Maybe I think it's a toss-up between the two, but I don't think I'm starting him in anywhere. So, yeah, that's going to be Team Affinity. Let's hop into the last content review section of the video with the, the ranked seasons and the collections. First, starting off with the ranked season rewards. Let's see. Adam Dunn, this card was insane. That 87 captain card was absolutely juiced. And the World Series reward is a combination between Josh Gibson, which he could play, honestly, everywhere with pretty good speed. He's probably one of the best catchers in the game. I don't know if he's going to play over Jorge Posada or Adley or any Season 1 card. That's the issue. He's got the max clutch and the max power with the 106 contact and 110 contact versus right and left, respectively. He's still going to be good. He's going to have Gold Shield everywhere he plays. Definitely try him out. I do think my pick here is going to be Johan Santana. With the barren land of starting pitching from the left side, Johan Santana is going to be very good. I love this card. He's going to have a beautiful sinker cutter combination with the 125 pitch clutch is really the thing that I'm looking at. This card is insane. I'm really excited to use him. Let's go finally to finish out the video with the collections. I think this is a Stanton. Yes, it is. At 5, 10, and 15, you're going to get those All-Star Week packs. That's going to lower the prices even more on that old collection. Max Scherzer is going to be the guy you're going to get at 20 cards. He's got the cutter. He's got a decent mix. I don't really know. It's not that great. I've never liked Max Scherzer cards. I remember in only 21 they dropped that, I think, 3,000 strikeout card. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I could be butchering that. But this card's going to be okay. I don't really like the 2 slider combination. He's got good pitching clutch. But I do think you're going to give a lot of tanks to them, especially with that low home run per 9. You get a home stretch pack. Yeah, I honestly haven't looked at these cards. Yeah, this is that one choice pack. Billy Wagner is the other guy that I was talking about. Him and the 2 other righties in the Team Affinity drop. This is what you need for your bullpen to be I guess, usable. The only other outlier lefty is Aroldis Chapman, so this is a really good replacement for that. So, yep. And Junior Caminero, this is a really good card, especially with the Corbin Carroll boost. It's just a little pricey. And then finally at 30, you get the Giancarlo Stanton. This is Giancarlo Stanton that everyone has been waiting for. The 70 speed with the mid 80s fielding and the stacked hitting. 111 contact versus right with the 125 in the contact versus left, right, power versus left, and the clutch. This card is one of the best hitting Stantons we've ever seen, and you guys know Stanton. Stanton has one of the best swings in the game. This card's gonna rake. So that's gonna be the content drop. There is that Rap Dixon. I think that's a headliner, but we all know he's gonna be okay. That's going to be the end of the video. I know I kind of just info dumped on y'all some stuff you guys probably are already grinding for, but I needed a little refresher, and I think talking it out will get me excited for this game. I'm thinking of replacing a few people on the squad. We're replacing Brian Roberts, Nico Goodrum, and Mike Trout. Those three are going to be the guys on the chopping block for these new cards that are coming in. And yet again, I'm super excited to still use this Corbin Carroll boost, which is still glitched, by the way, and we'll fix that before this game gets out of hand. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.